Let me start by introducing the panel which is here, who is going to address this particular meeting. First, I have Mr. Kangata, who is the majority whip in the Senate. He had the opportunity to meet with the disciplinary committee. The disciplinary committee has gone for further consultations, and that process will be going on. As I told you, it is a court process which has got to follow certain rules. I'll be explaining that to you as you may require. And of course, I've got Ms. Nzuya, who is the chairman of the Jubilee party. He tends to like working in the background, but today I've managed to drag him to stand by me because there'll be issues that I may talk about that may require his confirmation. First of all, let me just repeat what I'd said earlier, which you may not have taken, is that the Jubilee Party Disciplinary Committee is in session. They manage their own times and their own calendar. They manage their own summons to those who they want to see at whatever time they want to see them, when they want to see them. As a secretariat, we don't have any control of how they manage their time. And as I mentioned to you earlier, that the disciplinary committee is chaired by Mr. Lumatete. He is a lawyer who qualifies to be a judge of the High Court. He follows very strictly procedures that are required even in the High Court, so that we have, as complainants, to be able to satisfy him that our complaints have got merit. This morning, we had one of the complainants against the 4 or the 5 nominated senators. The party had its complaints, but one of the accusers is Mr. Honorable Kangata, who is the chief whip. He did make his pleadings and presentations at the committee, at the session. If he wants to talk about that, he can talk about it. If he doesn't want, he'll talk about other issues. I think I'll leave it there. Let me ask Mr. Kangata to address you with some news also, which he wants to be able to discuss with you, to let you know, and then I'll come back and make the other announcements that we want to make. Thank you very much.
Just 2 issues. Issue number 1 is just to inform Kenyans that today we had the first 3 hearings for the disciplinary committee against the nominated senators. Those cases were heard. The matters was closed, and the committee has returned to make a determination which will be communicated to the 3 senators. We shall get direction as to when those other 2 senators will also be heard. Now, I hereby want to inform the country we are now making changes in the Senate, and those changes will be communicated to the Speaker today. That is, changes in the composition of the various Senate committees. Change number 1 will be SBC. SBC, we are going to replace Senator Langat with Senator Sakaja. Change number 2 will be Powers and Privileges Committee. We are going to replace Senator Kangata myself with Senator Gerald K. Devolution Committee, we shall replace Senator Kenywa with Senator Murkomen. Education Committee, Senator Langat will be replaced by Senator Milgo. ICT Committee, we shall replace Senator Pogisio with Senator Kenywa. Jailer Committee, we shall replace Senator Cheral K with Senator Linturi. Also, JLAC, we shall replace Senator Cheral K and Senator Linturi with Senator Kindiki and Senator Langat. And CPAC, we shall replace Senator Linturi and Senator Dulo. Delegated legislation, we shall replace Senator Ogisio with Senator Linturi. The effect of this will be that Senator Kenywa will cease being the chairman of the Devolution Committee. Senator Linturi will cease from being a member of PAC and also a vice chair of Legal. Dr. Langat will also cease from being the chairman of Education Committee, and also Senator Cheral K will cease from being the chairman of Legal Committee. Thank you.
The NMC, we did make our proposals as to who should be joining the NMC. We addressed our communication to the Registrar of Political Parties. We also put an announcement in the newspapers and gave 14 days for those who have got any objections to send them to the party, so that our own internal party mechanism may be able to address any issues. Under the chairmanship of our chairman and an ad hoc committee that was created to look at those complaints, the committee dismissed all the complaints that had been sent to the party with respect to those who were nominated for the NMC position. The main basis being that no single evidence was adduced against any of those who were proposed to join the NMC. Nothing on their character, nothing on their CVs, nothing that violated the law. Because if you say that so and so should not serve in this committee or should not serve in the NMC, none of those particular complaints addressed the problems that you may be able to say would stop those people in serving in the NMC. So last week, we already sent the communication to the Registrar of Political Parties that the NMC will remain as we proposed, and we have looked at the law. There's no need to gazette them anymore. We have dealt with our internal mechanism, and therefore they are members of the NMC. Another announcement I'd like to make is that the NMC will meet from tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with the sole purpose of doing what the NMC is also supposed to do, is to prepare the agenda and the issues that will be addressed by the NEC. We hope to have a NEC meeting very soon. We are only waiting for the party leader to give us a time when he's available to be able to meet the NEC. So the NEC meeting can be any time from Thursday onwards. We will communicate to all members of the NEC. They'll all be invited. If anybody has got any objections to the actions that have been taken so far, then they'll be able to raise them at that NEC meeting. We are also going to have a parliamentary group meeting. We are working again on the appropriate date, which is acceptable to the party leader. And I want to make it very clear, very, very clear, that our party constitution will be adhered to. I want to make it also very clear that we are going to be not very merciful when it comes to the discipline in the party. In the past, we have been very generous to some of our members, some of them even using, without authority, the stationery of the party, not coming from this office, coming from wherever it is they're coming from, and expecting that we're going to allow that kind of dysfunction. I'm sorry, they are mistaken, and disciplinary action is going to be taken. But whatever disciplinary action the party takes, we want to assure Kenyans that we'll follow due process. We have a party disciplinary committee which is headed by somebody who qualifies to be a high court judge. We will take those matters to the disciplinary committee. We'll pursue them to their logical conclusion. Where we don't need the disciplinary committee and we only need the NEC to deal with it, we will deal with those errant members. When it is members of parliament, we expect 100% fidelity to the contract that they signed with the party, and we do have those contracts available for any inspection. They said when they were going for elections that they were going to do things according to the party. They were going to support the party. They hanged on the goodwill of the party to get their positions. For them to now change tact midstream is nothing but betrayal of the party. I want to thank you very much for your patience this morning. I'll take a couple of questions if there are any. If there aren't, thank you very much.